Surface area of prisms. After today, you'll be able to calculate the surface area of a three-dimensional object. There are two ways to do that. The first way is to use a net. Well, what is a net? A net is a flat figure that is formed from unfolding a three-dimensional object. If I were to take a box and tear it down so that it can lie completely flat with no overlapping parts, that would be a net. Well, what is surface area? Surface area is when you take the area of all of the faces of the object and add them together. Surface area is like painting a room. We're painting just the walls. We're not filling the room with paint. We're just painting the walls. That would be surface area. Wrapping a present in wrapping paper is using surface area. Just like regular area, surface area is measured in square units. Because we will only be multiplying two dimensions at a time together, therefore it is square units. We can unfold three-dimensional figures to create nets, and we can calculate the area of each part in the net, and we can add them all together to find the surface area. Drawing a net isn't always a good option, though. There are two formulas that we can use, and again, you will recognize the PSSA formula sheet for 7th grade. We can use that formula for a rectangular prism. We are basically taking the length times the width to find the area of the bottom shape. But we are also going to be needing the top, and since top and bottom are the same, that's why we have 2. Next, we can find the area of the front box. So that would be length times height, since these two are the same. And since I have a front and a back, that's why we take 2 of them. And then finally, we can find the area of the sides. And again, we have right and left, so we would take that times 2. Find each individual section, add them together, that will give you surface area. However, there is another one that we can use for all prisms. We're not going to be needing the volume, but we are going to need this part, the area of the base. We are also going to need to know that P is the perimeter. So what we can do is we can take the perimeter of the base, which is this one. We can add all of those together and then multiply it times the width, how deep that shape is. Then we can also find the area of the base, which would be to find all of that inside, and multiply it by 2 because I have a front base and a back base. We want to draw a three-dimensional cube with a side with dimensions of 5 centimeters. What you can't see will be dashed. And then connect your corners. So each side would be 5 centimeters. From here, we want to find the surface area. Since each side is 5, I can take the surface area will be equal to 2 times the length times the width plus 2 times the length times the height plus 2 times the width times the height. 2 times 5 is 10, times 5 is 50. Therefore, if I add all of those together, I get 150 centimeters squared. That would be our surface area.